Hello, my crafty friends. I am excited to be a part of this inspiration hop put on by Scrap'N Stamp. There's a new product line called Tracey Hey, and that's what we are celebrating today. I'll have all the details of the hop in the description box below. And these are the two stamp sets I chose to work with. How cute are they? So first up is a Slimline card, and this is the stamp set that I used called Be a Warrior. The sentiments are be awesome, be brave, be kind, be you. You are a warrior, be a warrior, I can, I will. And I love this one. There's nothing more perfect than doing your best. Some paint splashes, and then this adorable lion image. So this is the card that I made. As you can see, it is a Slimline card, and Slimline cards are very popular. Over a year ago, my friend Frances started a Facebook group called Slimline Card Addicts. We have well over 9,000 members, and more requests come in all the time. Often when a person joins the group, their first question is, what size is a Slimline card? So let me touch on that briefly here. My card today folded is 3.5 by 8.5 inches, and you can see it fits in a number 10 business envelope for mailing. The 3.5 by 8.5 inches is one of the most popular Slimline size cards to make, and I'm going to show you why. You start with a North American letter-sized piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 11 inches. You're going to cut it down at 7 inches. Now you could do a 4 by 9 card by scoring at 4 inches and trimming off the 1/2 inch and then trimming the 11.5 inches up to 9 inches. So you can do a 4 by 9. That is another popular size, and it does fit inside the business envelope. But the reason the 3.5 by 8.5 is more popular is because once you cut that piece down at 7 inches, you now have a 4 by 8.5 inch panel left over. Whereas if you do a 4 by 9, you just have some paper strips. This 4 by 9 works wonderfully for matting layers on your Slimline card. You can cut a 1/2 inch off and end up with a 4-inch square card. Because it's 4 inches across, you can cut it down to 5.25, and it's a perfect matting size for an A2 sized card. If you are doing your card base out of white cardstock, then this becomes the perfect piece to do your stamping and die cutting from. So that is the main reason why the 3.5 by 8.5 inch size is the more popular size, because of this usable leftover piece. Now your cardstock piece for your card base is 7 by 8.5 inches, and you score it down the center at 3.5 inches, and that gives you your Slimline card base. You'll see my card today is a fold flap card, and so you add another score line to do that. So I still have my score line at 3.5 inches, which is the center fold, but you add a second score line at 1.25 inches from the left side. Now you can use the card open like this. You can decorate both sides of the flap. I tend to adhere mine down on the front with thin foam tape, and I just add it here and I add it here. I don't add foam tape to the center because that way I can add foam tape to my element and I don't have a double layer of foam tape, which can make them bulky. The other reason I like that 1.25 inch fold flap is because that decorative panel that you can add to the front is simply 1 inch by 8.25 inches. I like my decorative panels to be about 1/4 inch smaller. So that's the construction of my card. For the stamping, I stamped my Be a Warrior onto Bristol smooth cardstock and did the coloring with Zig clean color markers and a water brush. fussy cut it out. I'm not sure if you can see the shimmer in the video, but the center of the lion got a blast with shimmer spray. I added black glaze pen highlights to the nose and eyes so they're also shiny, and then a few little white gel pen highlights. I cut out an oval with the Hero Arts Infinity Ovals, and then used the Lawn Fawn Grassy Slimline stencil and then the Lawn Fawn Slimline Cloud stencil to create the background on the oval, and then popped up my little lion with thin foam tape. Stamped the You Are a Warrior on a scrap of the white cardstock inked with Catherine Pooler Sauna ink. Very excited that Scrap'N Stamp is now carrying Catherine Pooler inks. They're my absolute favorite inks to use. And then the pretty little heart here is a Doodlebug enamel heart from the Doodlebug Rainbow Hearts, and I just love those hearts. I've added a few more here, and I managed to use a lot of the sentiments from the stamp set as well. So be awesome, be brave, be kind, be you. There's nothing more perfect than doing your best. This oval is a little bit smaller than the one on the front, so it is hidden when the card comes out of the envelope and revealed when you open the card. And even though it is a fold flap without the full front, you can see the card still stands very nicely for display. So that's the first card that I made, and let me gather everything up and grab my second card for you. My second card is a shutter card, and I used the stamp set See You Later. Again, I did the stamping on Bristol Smooth cardstock, and while I had the sheet out and I was inking the stamps, I stamped some extra ones and have just put them in the back of the packaging to use on another card another day. I think the images are just adorable. The sentiments in the See You Later set: blow away your troubles as if they were bubbles, make a splash, just keep swimming, don't let anyone burst your bubble, see you later, and seize the day. And there's the critters, there's some waves, some bubbles. Like, what a fun stamp set. And I made a little shutter card. So the belly band slides off, and I'm going to try to keep it angled. I used mirror cardstock, and it's really fun in real life, but boy, with camera lighting, it's a bit blinding. So I'm going to try to watch the angle, but I'm sorry if you get any flashes. So you slide off the belly band. There's the little seahorse, again colored with Zig clean color markers and a water brush, and then white gel pen highlights and a little bit of Wink of Stella for some sparkle. On the back, I added a label slide off using a Brother label maker. And then here's my card. Some sequins on the front to mimic bubbles, and when you open up the shutters, it says, see you later, don't let anyone burst your bubble, and two more of the sea critters. You couldn't really write on a note on the metallic cardstock, so I added a panel on the back, added another one of the fussy cut images from the stamp set, blow away your troubles as if they were bubbles, and the bubbles got both gel pen and a Wink of Stella on them, and there's lots of room there to sign our name. For the shutter card itself, I used the Lawn Fawn shutter card and add-on set. Both of those are available at Scrap'N Stamp. I did purchase the add-on as well as the shutter card because I like the stitch detail you get on that center area. I really like the card die. The card base die, there are marks that impress into the card base to show you exactly where to add the shutter arms, so I really like that. And it also comes with the die to make the perfectly sized belly band with the stitching detail. The braided oval is from Pink Fresh Studios, and I've added my fussy cut seahorse to that, but you can see that this little belly band works perfectly on this size of card. Now folded, this card is smaller than A2. It is 3.5 by 5 inches, but when you open it up, it's a full 7 by 5 inches. So it does feel more substantial in your hand. And that is the second card that I made. If you enjoyed my cards today, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to see more. And that's it for me today.